80s, wind blowing out at 20 and gusting to 30. So anything in the air to left or center field will get some big-time boost. And here we go, game 3. Garrett Wright strides to the plate, set to face the big country boy on the mound, Cord Rager. 9-7 the final Thursday night, Vols. 9-4 the final today in the resumption of game 2. Tennessee took 2 of 3 from Texas at home last weekend and have won the first 2 from the Horns' biggest rivals this weekend here. First pitch to Garrett Wright is a bit outside. First pitch of this one at 2:33 p.m. Central Time. And already on the first pitch, the crowd is getting after the home plate umpire, Justin Robinson. They thought that was a strike. That one is 1-1 the count.
It's been that way all week, right?
It really has.
Getting it from both sides.
From both sides, yeah. Just wait until we have the ABS system next weekend in Hoover. You can challenge it if you want. Fastball strike, 1-2. Rager can get it up there pretty good. He went 5 innings against Arkansas on Sunday. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. Got a no decision. That's the game Oklahoma won, 15-10. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. Sooners lost the first 2 in Fayetteville, won the finale. Hoping to do the same here today. Really needing to do that. Otherwise, they go into Hoover nervous. Seeking win number 14 in conference play. Oklahoma went 14-16 in the regular season a year ago. Breaking ball called strike 3. And Rager starts off the game with a backwards K.
It's that backdoor breaker I was talking about. Can command the off-speed really well. Gets right. Froze up. Breaks over the back end of the plate. Getting a strikeout. Big first out of the inning.
Blake Grimmer 2 for 8 on the weekend. The second baseman here, left-handed hitter. We're simulcasting again for this one across the Sooner Radio Network and on SEC Network Plus. Swing and a miss by Grimmer. 287 average, 12 homers for the lefty. Sophomore out of Spring Lake, Michigan.
He's flashed some leather in the series as well. Stealing a couple hits away from the Sooners.
Popped up left side. The wind should carry that out of play. Camden Johnson will give it a look, but that's several rows into the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark stands. Most of the fans smartly seeking the shade here. If they didn't bring their sunscreen with them today. We had 3,500 for Game 2, the game that just concluded. We'll have a few more than that. This will be somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000, the crowd for this one today. No balls and 2 strikes to Grimmer. 1 out, nobody on. Pretty good looking pitch there. 1-2.
Pretty close.
Justin Robinson establishing a tight zone early, which means we could be here for a while. Little high. We've mentioned this in the previous 2 games, but for those who haven't been with us all weekend, they are using the automated ball strike system in an experimental fashion next weekend at the SEC Tourney in Hoover. And it is a larger strike zone than the Major League Baseball ABS system. Grounded to first. Taki's got it. He'll take it himself. 2 outs. Little bit wider, little bit taller, little bit lower. All the way around, the strike zone will be a little bit bigger than what the Major League zone is. 19 inches wide. All players will be measured before the tournament, and the strike zone is automated based on your height. Each team gets 3 challenges for each game. If it is a successful challenge, you get it back. First pitch to Ford is inside. And then you get 1 bonus challenge for each extra inning you go into. Can't wait to see how that plays out.
It's going to be a lot of fun just seeing how people are going to use it.
I think so. The coaches have to trust their players, which is hard in college to do for a lot of coaches because the coaches cannot challenge. It has to be done by the catcher, the hitter, or the pitcher. They do it by tapping their helmet, just like they do in the bigs. And you have to do it in 3 seconds.
Some of those guys in the bigs, I don't trust. You know, they use it in the first inning on an 0-0 count. And you're like, really?
Popped foul toward the Tennessee dugout. It's 1-2 to Ford.
Is that the time you want to be using that?
If you're right, you get it back. If you're wrong, you don't. Ford, 2 hits in the series, both extra base hits. He homered Thursday night, doubled in the 9th inning earlier today. 2 for 7. He has walked 3 times. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-2 from Rager. Hit hard into left. Brendan Brock will play it on a hop. It's a base hit. First hit of the day. That's the first inning hit for Tennessee in the series. Trent Grindlinger now. Grindlinger, 3 RBIs in game 2. All came on 2-out knocks. He had a 2-run, 2-out single in the 3rd. And a 2-out RBI base hit in the 9th of that game. 2 for 9 in the series. First pitch is a called strike. 372 average, paces the Vols. 8 homers, 28 driven in. Popped up right side. Wendell tried to bring it back, but it slips just beyond the netting and on top of the Tennessee dugout. And it's 0-2. Oklahoma has out-hit Tennessee in this series. As a team, Sooners batting .333, Vols just .246. Oklahoma's hit 4 homers, Tennessee's hit 2. But the Vols have won both games. Oklahoma has 25 hits, Tennessee 17.
It's been the timely hitting, right?
Make it make sense, Blake.
Got to be timely hitting for me. You know, it seems like every time that Oklahoma gives, Tennessee takes.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. They have taken advantage of opportunities. You are exactly right. Sooners have out-hit them by almost 100 points. And they're 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Foul back. Grindlinger stays alive. OU has committed 4 errors, 2 in each game. Tennessee, 3 errors. Henry Ford at first base here in the top of the first with 2 outs. And the 0-2 again from Rager. Struck him out swinging to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the frame for the freshman. Sooners grabbing the bats in the bottom of the first when we come back in Bricktown. No score. You're listening to the Energy Transfer. 9 home runs, all coming in the last 19 games. As a team high 48 runs batted in. Four for 9 in the series. Takes ball 1. Sooners in the cream unis for our radio listeners. Tennessee in the anthracite gray. 2-0.
It's a good count for here, Dayton LaChance here against Day. 2 kind of uncompetitive fastballs up in the zone. See if he can time one up.
Swing and a miss. Little pennant flags all around the outfield. Whipping out to left toward the Hampton Inn and Suites beyond the left field wall. 20 steady, gusting to 30. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Fine with that swing 2-1. Now you got to choke up and find a way to battle. Get your swing off twice and then give me a coach's swing. Work something up the middle.
LaChance slaps that right thigh emphatically. Now back in the box. Hammers, center field. Right is back to the track, to the wall. Got it. Home run. Big Maple goes yard. His 10th of the year. And it's 1-0 OU. And we've got some jawing in the first. LaChance and Blake Grimmer giving it to each other as he rounded second base. And now LaChance looking at the Tennessee dugout, who's waving him back to his dugout.
All this started last night with Blanco striking out LaChance, having a little bit of chippiness. Big Maple getting his money's worth out of that ball.
Now the umpires are going to come together, and we might have some warnings issued here. Josh Elander had come out of the dugout to say something. The Vols, I don't think, liked the manner in which LaChance was rounding the bases. Frankly, and this is no offense, I think even Tennessee fans would agree with this. Tennessee's probably the last team in the country that should complain about that.
I mean,
they are entertaining, and they are fun to watch. But Tennessee probably shouldn't be complaining about showboating.
Absolutely. We're down the middle on this. You know, Blanco comes off after a big strikeout, wants to let everybody know about it. I'm fine with it.
I loved it.
Let it play.
The fire that Evan Blanco showed last night was tremendous, and the fire that Dayton LaChance showed there, that's a lot of fun. And it's early in this one, and the umps are going to delay this. We've already had a long day, and now what are we going to say?
We issued warnings last game. We're going to issue some more warnings.
Here comes Skip Johnson. Coaches want to talk to him.
Do warnings last a game or a series?
The index finger is out.
A lot of pointing.
It doesn't appear that Skip necessarily likes what he's being told. Surely they haven't ejected someone here. There was just some chatter as he rounded the bases.
It was a lot less than it was last night, where the bench is kind of halfway cleared.
Yeah. You remember there was an ejection in the first series of the season, Texas A&M. Jackson Willits hit a big home run and slammed his bat down and was ejected and had to miss the next game. He was suspended. And since then, we've probably seen 20 bat flips and bat slams that were much more harsh than that, none of which led to an ejection. And I can't imagine that. I mean, but it does appear that Skip doesn't like what he's being told. So hopefully that's not the case. I think we would have been told by the microphone if there was some sort of an ejection there. Maybe warnings were issued and the conversation's over. 1-0 Oklahoma. The Sooners have scored in the first inning of all three games. Didn't result in a win in game 1 or 2. Let's see if it does in the finale. Here's Jackson Willits. Makes the ball. How about Dayton LaChance? No home runs in the first 30 games of the year. And now 10 in the last 20.
You're just waiting on it, right? You're like, big fella, strong swing, just waiting on him to elevate. And it got a little bit warmer, right? Found the backspin swing. Now he's using the middle of the field. He's going oppo. Everything's kind of clicking for him now.
Two balls and a strike to Willits. Now just settle in, folks. This could be fun today.
It's the first inning.
Yeah, that could be.
By the way,
by the time you get to game 3 of a series, any series, everybody's a little irritated with each other, right?
It's kind of like Thanksgiving.
3 balls and a strike to Willits.
Pass the mashed potatoes.
62nd home run for Oklahoma. 5th of the series. The 3-1 to Willits, and he walked him. First walk for Chandler Day. Inning will continue for Trey Gamble. We know Oklahoma will play on Tuesday. Tennessee, still with a win today, has a chance to get into that top 8, we believe, and have a day 1 bye. The bracket will be set by end of day today. Everybody playing now. And Gamble takes one upstairs. Gamble 1 for 9, 1 for 19 in the last 2 weekends. 276 average coming into play. 6 home runs. 2-0, and Chandler Day has lost the strike zone here. Stone Lawless going to go back and go out and try to help him find it.
It's been the release point for me. Everything's kind of fallen off. Fastball's getting left up. Sometimes when you get hit hard, it's hard to come back in and find that strike one. Threading back-to-back walks here.
We've got our first final of the day in the SEC. Fantastic series down in College Station. A&M wins 7-6. They take 2 of 3 over Mississippi State. 3-0 the count to Gamble. That means A&M is 18-11. They had one game that was bagged. Mississippi State finishes 16-14. There's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Gamble. First 2 in a row for Oklahoma have reached via the walk.
Toby Dayton LaChance reassuring his teammates in the dugout. I didn't swear whenever the umps were circling up trying to discuss what to do at the Oklahoma and Tennessee dugout. So looks like guys are just playing some friendly, competitive SEC baseball.
Carly, do we have any idea what the conversation with Skip was about?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming just a warning. I know Scott Mudler was a little bit worried that he may get ejected, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So looks like warnings to both dugouts possibly.
Thank you. Conversation on the mound. Josh Reynolds goes out to talk to Chandler Day. Brendan Brock now with 2 on and 2 out. He went around, strike 1. We'll see if we can get more clarification on what the conversation was. Brock 3 for 8 in the series with a double. Check swing. They'll appeal this and say he did not go that time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brock now tied with LaChance for the home run lead on the team. They each have 10. His latest coming Sunday in Fayetteville. Fouls that one out of play. Oklahoma's grabbed the lead again in the bottom of the first, just like Thursday, just like Friday. And they had home runs all 3 games. Walk Thursday, Johnson Friday, LaChance today. That one bounces up there, 2-2 to Brock.
It's a really good take, breaking ball down. Chandler Day right where you want him if you're a Sooner. See this ball up, try to elevate to the outfield.
Willits at second, Gamble at first. Ball 3. Lawless, a really good backstop. Count is full, but now Day in danger of loading the bases on free passes.
Yeah, back-to-back breaking balls. Can't spot anything up but the fastball. Brendan Brock timed this up. Put your team ahead a couple.
Chopper to short. Antigua. And he can't handle it at first. Here comes Willits. 2-0 OU. First play of the series for Ariel Antigua, and the throw was low. Clark tried to scoop it. And the Sooners will add another one here in the bottom of the first.
It's a tough play with the glove, kind of an in-between hop he's got to come in on. Feels it pretty cleanly, but the speedy Brock puts under pressure. Antigua short hops the throw, causing the error.
Gamble ended up at third base, so they're on the corners with 2 outs for Dasan Harris. Foul back. Harris 4 for 8 in the series. He's doubled twice and tripled. The triple came in the resumption of game 2 earlier today. It was an RBI triple.
He's aggressive, too. That triple was hit on the first pitch. Stroke to the alley.
Way inside. Dasan Harris has become a fixture in the lineup over the last month. Hitting .355. 3 homers. 2 in the same game Saturday in Fayetteville. Trying to add to a 2-run, what is right now a 2-run bottom of the first inning. Takes a breaking ball outside, 1-2, or 2-1, I should say.
Yeah, if he doesn't get drafted, you got to think it's his outfield next year. Roaming around in center field. Earned it.
3-1. Had a great conversation Carly Murray did with his father, DJ, between games for our Sooner Radio listeners. What a delightful family and a fantastic young man right here. Dasan Harris trying to come up big in the bottom of the first. Walked him. Bases are loaded for Dayton Taki. Third walk of the inning.
This is a situation where the Sooners need to find a way to take advantage of what they're given. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 outs. Find a way to get a 2-out RBI. This is what the Vols have been doing to you all weekend. Find some grass here, put a couple runs on the board, go put up a 0.
First at-bat of the series for Taki. He's a senior coming into this year. Taki was expected to be their everyday first baseman, but he has struggled big. 185 average. Getting his first start of the series, and what a first at-bat. He takes ball 1 high. Bases loaded in the bottom of the first. Already 2 runs in. He has homered twice this year, driven in 11. Outside 2-0, and that zone is tight. Tennessee a little frustrated. We saw Oklahoma likewise in the top of the first. Justin Robinson, the home plate umpire today. 3-0. Now you got to take at least 1 here, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe 2. It's been the fastball that he's been able to get over the plate, and you're not getting close calls when you're all around the zone like that. Justin Robinson trying to find a way to call a strike for him.
Walked him, and a run is in. 3-0 Oklahoma. 4th walk of the inning for Day.
As you said at the top, Toby, he's only had 1 all year in 10 2/3. We're going to get a visit on the mound.
That's going to do it. Second visit of the inning, and the day is done for Day. Sooners have scored 3, bases loaded, 2 outs when we come back. It's a Serta Pro Painters pitching change here in the first for the Vols. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays.
Used Ford trucks. We have more because we give you more for your trade at Bob Moore Ford. In fact, we have over 30 used trucks in stock right now. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, whatever you're looking for. We have the used Ford truck for you. Choose from XLTs, Lariats, King Ranches, and Platinums. Get the used Ford truck you want at the affordable price you need. Only at Bob Moore Ford at I-35 and Southeast 89th Street or online at bobmooreford.com.
Well, after Chandler Day retired the first 2 batters of the bottom of the first inning, 6 straight reached, and it really started with that Dayton LaChance homer to center field. 4 walks and an error. And now with 2 outs and the bases loaded and 3 runs in, Tennessee gives the ball to the much-used Brady Frederick.
Yeah, just trying to stop the bleeding right now on the year. 3.56 ERA, 4-1 record, 30 1/3 innings pitched, 12 earned runs, 10 walks to 33 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .217 off Brady Frederick.
26 appearances, leads the team. And the first right-hander Oklahoma has seen since Thursday for Tennessee. And he inherits a sticky situation here. He'll be facing the 9-hole hitter Kyle Branch. Updates from around the SEC. Arkansas put 10 up in the first in Lexington. The Razorbacks lead 11-0 in the 3rd inning. Vanderbilt has rallied to take the lead over South Carolina, now 5-3 Commodores in the 6th. Vandy looking for a sweep in that series. All right, here we go. Brock at 3rd, Harris at 2nd, Taki at 1st. Branch 2 for 7 in the series with a homer. That came on Thursday. Frederick, 5'11" junior out of Knoxville, ETSU transfer. You can hear the whip, or the wind whipping in our field mic. He delivers strike 1 on a slider to Branch. Look at that drop down. That's submarine. 1-1. That is not sidearm. That's coming off the ground.
Oh gosh, you seen Moneyball? That guy Hatteberg, he's touching the ground.
That is wicked.
Good luck, Kyle Branch.
1 ball and 1 strike. And it got by. Here comes Brock. 4-0 OU. Other than the LaChance homer, this has been all self-induced for the Vols. 4 walks, an error, and a wild pitch. The Sooners have 1 hit in the inning.
Got to put that one on Stone Lawless. A little bit lackadaisical behind the plate. That ball is blockable, but he tries to glove it. Ends up giving up a run.
Toward 3rd. Nice play over there by Ford. And the ball is dropped at first. A run will score. It's 5-0. Levi Clark couldn't hang on to it. Throw was a little low, Blake, but I don't think it was in the dirt, was it?
Yeah, I think he kind of expected a short hop. Didn't get it. Made it all the way in the air. And Henry Ford, nice job gloving that one. Kind of an in-between hop again. I think that's got to be an E1. 3, sorry.
Second error of the inning. Back to the top, Jason Walk. Little number down the first baseline. They better hurry. Not in time. And another run scores.
This is the break the Sooners have been waiting for. Get a little swinging bunt down the line that stays fair. Normally that likes to spin its way foul, but get a pickup from Stone Lawless trying to get Jason Walk down at first. Too fast down the line.
That is only the 2nd hit of the inning. And an infield single. It all started with the LaChance homer. And the back and forth as he rounded the bases. 6 runs in. 8 consecutive have reached. Camden Johnson made the last out of this inning, the 2nd out of this inning when he grounded out to first base. He becomes the 11th hitter as he takes ball 1. Branch at 2nd, Walk at 1st. Outside, 2-0. Sooners have now scored 11 first-inning runs in the series. 11 of the 17 runs they've scored have been first-inning runs. Hit into left. Blaine Brown drifting back. He's there, and he reaches above his head to end the inning. What a good one for the home team. Sooners score 6. Falls helped them out a bit. We go to the second. Oklahoma in front early. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Second series finale here. Vols won the first 2 games. Reese Chapman leads off for Tennessee. Couple of doubles in the series for Chapman. Swings and misses at the first offering from Cord Rager. Got to free Rager up a bit here, Blake, to pound the strike zone, you would think.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a guy that has some power. Strike one's big for him as he got it. You know, you got a 6-run lead. Just try to find a way to cruise, big boy.
Tennessee fell behind in the first 2 games, 3-0 both times. Rallied to win both times. Can they rally from a 6-run deficit today? Line drive, base hit into left center. And a leadoff single for Reese Chapman to start the second. Second hit for the Vols.
It's a good piece of hitting there, right back where it came from. Fastball, 95 down the middle.
Levi Clark now. Florida out to a 4-1 lead at LSU. They're in the top of the 4th inning in Baton Rouge. Gators seeking a sweep. Clark hammers one to deep left center field. Brock looks up, and that's gone. And here comes Tennessee. 2-run homer for Levi Clark, his second of the series. And it's 6-2.
13 homers on the year, 42 RBIs. Cord Rager has been prone to the long ball this year. Leaves another fastball over the middle. Levi Clark just elevates. Parks it in the bullpen for the Sooners.
Every umpire watching Clark rounding the bases there, just making sure nobody started anything and everybody behaved themselves.
Minding P's and Q's.
Here's Blaine Brown.
10-2 the rest of the way.
Brown 2 for 5, 2 runs batted in. He's swinging and fouled it back off the press box.
We're going to get one. I feel it.
A foul ball?
Oh, yeah, right through this window. I'm going to make the play.
I am 0 for 15 years on foul balls, so I'll believe it when I see it. Outside. Rice transfer here. Good-looking athlete. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Former Sooner Chris Gotterup one shot back at the PGA Championship early in his 3rd round at Aronimink up in Philadelphia. Rager strikes out Blaine Brown. 3rd strikeout for Rager. First out of the 2nd inning.
Little Rager's been prone to the long ball. He does that really well. Gets back in the zone. Competitive. Gets a slider going. And elevates a fastball. Strike 3. Big first out.
You are right. That's a good point about Rager. That's the 14th home run he's allowed and the 9th in the last 4 starts. On a day with the wind blowing out at 20+, Tennessee could get back in this thing quickly if he doesn't watch it. Stone Lawless trying to hit one out there. Strike 1. Lawless started Thursday's game, went 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. 228 average on the year. He has homered 6 times. A little bit low, a ball and a strike. We did receive word that the conversation in the 1st inning was just notifying Skip Johnson that both dugouts had been issued warnings. So, 2nd straight game that's happened. 2-1.
Two more of those, you get a full desaturation.
I think you made up a word just now, didn't you?
That's the office. Come on.
Here's the 2-1 to Stone Lawless. Fouled out a play off to the right. These two teams will pack up and head to Hoover, Alabama after this one today. Play will start bright and early on Tuesday morning. 4 games each day until the semifinals. Struck him out. 4th for Rager. 2 outs in the inning. You got to get to Hoover. I experienced it for the first time last year. It is awesome.
Really?
It is awesome. It is a 5-day college baseball festival.
Right.
RVs as far as the eye can see. Every game is packed.
Grills everywhere.
Souvenirs, the smells. It is just fantastic.
Single elimination, too. Everything about it, man. It just seems like it's just
has drama. Antigua's first at-bat of the series takes a ball. The junior from Lake Worth, Florida. Diminutive 5'8" junior out of Lake Worth. Hitting .194 on the season. There's a strike. For having lost the first 2 games of the series, the Oklahoma fans are into this one. I think they understand the importance of this game. Upstairs. Having lost the series is demoralizing. However, trying to get into the big dance here.
Right.
And one more win today, if it's not already guaranteed, one more win today would certainly do that.
The last 3 series for the Sooners, right?
Flared into shallow right. Dasan Harris dives, and he caught it! Wow! Put a star by that one. And the inning is over. The Vols get 2 on the Levi Clark homer. We head to the bottom of the second, 6-2 OU. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it.
Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. 6-2 OU, bottom 2. Dayton LaChance, who homered and started the whole kerfuffle in the first inning, leads off the second. Still facing righty Brady Frederick. Strike 1.
You just said kerfuffle. Now who's making up words?
LaChance 5 for 9 with 2 home runs in the series. Oh, and 2. Oklahoma needed somebody to get him fired up, and this guy did it in the first. Way outside.
More ways than one. Hits the homer dead center. Chirpy around the base pass. I like it, man. I love a guy that speaks his mind, plays with some passion.
You did that. You were a little chirpy back in the day.
Yeah.
You played with emotion. Twisting toward the right field line. Chapman digging to get there, and he can. It's fair. And it's into the corner. Big Maple rumbling around second. He's going to try for 3, and he'll get there standing.
Everybody heads south to Riverwood. We saw some luck here. That's a Big Maple triple. Down the line.
Once Chapman gave it a dive and came up empty, you knew if LaChance didn't run out of gas, he was going to end up on third base. Guy plays with joy. Second triple of the year for LaChance. Oklahoma leads the SEC in that category. That's their 16th as a team this year. Jackson Willits takes strike 1. Willits took the first of the 4 walks issued by Chandler Day back in the first. He came around to score. 0-2.
I feel like I haven't seen Jackson Willits hit from the left side all weekend. It's been mostly lefties out of that Vol bullpen.
LeChance at third with nobody out. And he strikes out Willits on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Frederick, 1 gone. Sooner Baseball brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. Here's Gamble. He also walked and scored in the first. There's a strike. And it's 0-2. 10 extra base hits now for the Sooners in the series. Vols have 9. Excuse me. Vols have 10 as well. The home run by Levi Clark, their 10th. Infield in, the 0-2. Just a little outside. Good eye by Gamble there.
Yeah, low and away. Guy separates balls from strikes really well. Infield in, you got to elevate here.
Good pitch by Frederick, just under the zone, tantalizing. Gamble doesn't go for it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gamble 1 for 9 in the series. Trying to get LeChance home from third. Not a speedster, the Sooner catcher. Going to need this fly ball, if it's a fly ball to the outfield, to have a little bit of depth to it.
I think he'd disagree. He just hit a triple.
That's true.
Knowing Dayton, he'd definitely disagree.
Hammered. Right field. Back to the wall, and it's off the wall. LeChance a walk home, and Gamble's into second with a double. And it's 7-2.
Good 2-strike hitting. Just gets ahead of the fastball. 11th double on the year. Powers it off the wall. 365 there and right. Some more insurance.
And another extra base hit. Brendan Brock reached on the air and scored in the first. That's a high wall there in right. 20-foot high wall down the short porch right field. It's only 325 down the line there. Strike 1 to Brock. I saw Casey Bookout. Remember Casey Bookout?
Yeah.
Saw him hit one over the upper deck down the right field line in a Big 12 tournament game here one night. Ooh, we hit it. Brock's aboard.
It's in the 90s, right? Casey Bookout?
Might have been early aughts, I believe.
Okay.
Have to look that up to make sure. Son Harris walked and scored in the first. 2 on, 1 out here for Oklahoma.
I asked because of the bats. I'm wondering what they were swinging those days, or if it was just all power.
Casey Bookout just chopped down a tree and brought it with him. He had farm boy strength. They all did. And he hit it a mile, man. A mile.
The Max White days back in Norman.
Yeah, you're right. Late 90s.
Guys are putting balls off the condos before the BB Corps. Changed the balls. Guys are still hitting home runs now.
Strike 1 to Son Harris. LeChance tripled to start this second inning. Willett struck out. Gamble doubled in a run. Brock hit by a pitch. Harris base hit to right. Gamble being waved home. Chapman up with it. His throw is cut off. And it's 8-2. On to third goes Brock.
Keep saying it right. This is short and quick. Just a wide open 4-hole. Gets a fastball in and gets jammed a little bit, but good enough for the 13th RBI in the year. Deshaun Harris. Keep going.
And here comes Josh Elander. He wants another pitcher. 8-2 OU. CertaPro Painters pitching change here in the bottom of the second for Tennessee. We'll step aside. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center. Or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays.
Used Ford trucks. We have more because we give you more for your trade at Bob Moore Ford. In fact, we have over 30 used trucks in stock right now. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, whatever you're looking for. We have the used Ford truck for you. Choose from XLTs, Lariats, King Ranches, and Platinums. Get the used Ford truck you want at the affordable price you need. Only at Bob Moore Ford at I-35 and Southeast 89th Street or online at bobmooreford.com.
Pitching change brought to you by CertaPro Painters. Are you looking to make a change in your home? The professionals at CertaPro Painters can help. Third arm of Game 3 for Tennessee. And again, they go to a left-hander. Wears number 7, Mark Hindy, 6'4", grad student. Out of Essex Falls, New Jersey. Started his collegiate career at William & Mary and then Duke. And now he's a Tennessee Volunteer.
Yeah, 6 appearances, 1 inning in those 6 appearances. 3 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walked 1, hasn't got a strikeout. Opponents are hitting .500.
I've got different numbers on it.
That's in the conference. I
Okay.
apologize.
All right.
That's conference.
You got the season, or you want me to give it?
Go ahead. Apparently I've lost it.
16th appearance. He's 2-0 with an 8.68 ERA. 9 1/3 innings, 7 Ks, 5 walks. And another lefty. He'll face Dayton Taki. Sooners have added 2 more and still counting. Only 1 out here in the second. They lead at 8-2 after a 6-run first inning. Taki walked with the bases loaded to drive in a run in the first. I am reminded by one of our great listeners, Baseball Ross. I was talking about the Casey Bookout home run here. Matt Oberste hit one off the parking garage here one day in a Big 12 tournament game in left. Just bounced it in the air off the parking garage. That dude he looked like a tight end swing in the bat.
Cam Seitzer, big guys like that too.
Ball 1 to Taki. First and third, 1 out, shows bunt, takes it high. 2-0. I love to see Taki, if you're an OU fan, be a part of some sort of postseason run here. He shows bunt early, pulls it back, takes it high, 3-0. This is a guy that was a big part of what they did last year. Plays with a lot of passion, real fan favorite. Has battled some injuries, been in and out of the lineup a little bit this year. Hasn't been the senior season he was hoping for, but it's not over yet. There's ball 4. He's walked twice today, and the bases are loaded for Branch. Fifth walk issued by Tennessee. Rough start. 5 walks, a hit batter, and 2 errors. And a wild pitch, not yet through 2.
Yeah, completely opposite of what we saw past couple games. Pretty clean defensively, couple errors here and there, but the pitching has been good. Couple big innings, but settled in nicely thus far. Not seeing it in this outing.
Branch takes a strike. He reached on an error in the first. Those were long home runs. Maybe my favorite home run, though, that I saw here.
Here we go.
Blake Brewster home run. That That was a good one. High chopper up the middle. Gloved by Antigua at second. Steps on the bag for one. Throws to first for the double play, and that ends the inning. Well done by Ariel Antigua. Sooners get 2. We head to the third in Bricktown and the final day of the regular season. It's 8-2 Oklahoma. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Toby Rowland, Blake Brewster, Carly Murray back with you here in Bricktown. 8-2 OU as we go to the third. Cord Rager will start by facing the leadoff man, Garrett Wright. First pitch is high. Struck him out looking in the first. I was going to say before the double play ball, my favorite home run, I think the most dramatic that I saw here was Garrett Carey. Walk-off homer. First game of the Big 12 tournament, 2012. It was Andrew Heaney versus Dylan Overton. Played in under 2 hours. Sooners had 2 hits off of Heaney all day as Wright drives one to right. Harris back, now in, 1 out. Garrett Carey hadn't hit a home run all season. He's batting right around 200 on the year. Great third baseman, didn't hit for a lick. Walk-off homer to left. Just a line drive over the left field wall to win Bedlam and the first game of the Big 12 tournament.
Andrew Heaney, one of the better pitchers of the Big 12 that year,
Pitcher of the year.
Yeah.
Big 12 pitcher of the year. And still in the bigs. Had a great career. Grimmer takes the ball.
Yeah, you weren't calling that one, were you? That was before you.
That was my first season.
Was it really? Very cool.
That's the team that went on to win the Charlottesville Regional and then lost to South Carolina in the Super Regional.
That's right, Jackie Bradley.
Year after him. 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. They were the back-to-back defending national champs.
Right.
Didn't win it that year, but they did knock OU out of the Supers. Go to the World Series. Foul ball just to the left of Blake Brewster. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'm getting one, Toby. Look, we've got 6 innings.
Final day of the regular season, that would be quite a way to go out. Just make sure you catch it. I don't want it glancing off of you and hitting me.
Yeah. If anything, it's going to go ejecto mid straight down.
2-2 the count to Grimmer. Here's the pitch from Rager. Struck him out swinging on a breaking ball. Good pitch. 5 Ks for Rager.
Yeah, that's the one that starts over the middle and works its way out to be a couple balls out. Great spot up location for Rager in a 2-2 count.
Several years ago, John Sterling, the great John Sterling, longtime radio voice of the New York Yankees, who just passed away within the last month. There's a piece of audio we would play on the radio show frequently. He got hit by a foul ball in the booth. Fly ball, shallow left center field. Brendan Brock is there. And it is a 1-2-3 third inning for Rager. 2.5 in the books in the finale. It's 8-2 OU. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. Energy Transfer, we move America's energy. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. All made with Brahms A2 Fresh Milk. Brahms Farm Fresh for over 50 years and a proud partner of OU Athletics. Might need a milkshake today on the way home.
Little cookies and cream.
Jason Walk, his third at-bat already in this game in the third inning. Bunts it foul.
Got a swinging bunt there in the second. Decided actual bunt here in the third. Good idea.
Still Mark Hendy on the mound. 8-2 Oklahoma in front. Walk 1 for 2 in the game. 3 for 11 in the series. High and outside, a ball and a strike. And he misses away again. Hendy does. 2-1 the count. I was mentioning the John Sterling foul ball. It glanced off. There was like a shelf in front of him. The foul ball came up, hit the shelf, and then off the top of his head and back. And he was fine, but the audio of it was classic. Like, ow! Ow! One of the all-time favorite calls. Pulled foul. 3-2.
I think I remember you playing that on there. I think I've heard it a couple of times. It's hilarious. I crack up every day.
Full count to Jason Walk to start the bottom of the third. Big Mark Hindy ready. And he misses high. It's another walk. 6 of them for Tennessee.
We had a chance last year to make a play, Toby.
We did.
Down there in section 405.
Oh, in the outfield.
Yeah.
That's right. Oklahoma had an outfield section for 1 year only before their construction last year. They put the bullpens out there now, but there was a sliver of seats beyond the right field wall, and we called the game a Vanderbilt game out there. Home run came pretty close to where we were sitting that way. Camden Johnson's 0 for 2. And he takes a strike. Both outs in the first inning. I'm sure somebody gave him a hard time about that.
Dayton LaChance, maybe?
Probably. Way in. Oklahoma's softball team taking care of business so far in that winner's bracket game down in Norman today, facing off with their old Big 12 foes, Kansas. They're in the 5th inning. Sooners up 9-0, 1 out away from a run rule victory. Fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Camden Johnson. Jason Walk, a speedster, but again, with lefties on the mound, the Sooners have been less inclined to try to run all season, and especially this weekend. He's inching out farther and farther. Outside. 2-2 to Johnson.
We didn't see him attempt a stolen base all last game. In the third, still hadn't needed to in this one. Been plenty of offensive production.
Popped foul. It was Lawless that they ran on, or they stole 4 of 5 bases, 4 bases and 5 attempts on Thursday. They did not attempt any with right behind the plate, as you mentioned, in game 2, but there also were 3 lefties on the mound. So. Got a piece. Came to Johnson shaking his head.
Yeah, he knows he got lucky there. That's a really good emergency hack. Just trying to stay alive. 2-2.
(8-2) OU. We're in the bottom of the third. Vols won the first 2 games of the series. Outside, full count. You might see Walk on the move here. Let's see. Nobody out in the inning. This would be a hard duo to double up, so maybe not.
It's a wide open 4-hole.
Here's the payoff. Grounded to the right side. Flipped to second. They get the first runner, but no chance at Johnson, and there's 1 away. Johnson 0 for 3 now in the finale. Here's LaChance. He's taken care of the hardest part of the cycle. He's homered and tripled. And he's going to face someone other than Mark Hindy. Josh Elander calling on pitcher number 4. We got another Serta Pro Painters pitching change in Bricktown. We'll step aside. New Tennessee Arm when we come back. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, this is Brendan Brock from Oklahoma Baseball. Oklahoma Athletics is proud to partner with the industry that shares the values that makes our state great. Grit, determination, teamwork. Those words describe Sooner Nation and the people who produce the energy we need to make our modern lives go. We welcome our new energy partners from all across our great state and appreciate the essential work they do to keep our economy and our state strong. Because when our energy partners and athletics come together, Oklahoma wins.
Oklahoma Energy Partners is powered by Continental Resources, America's energy champion. X-Tex, a leader in the exploration and production sector since 1996. Halliburton, fueling the spirit of innovation. Helmerich & Payne, a century of achievement, a reputation of excellence. And Power Rig. Nothing drills an oil and gas well like Power Rig.
New pitcher on for Tennessee, right-hander Ethan Bioto, freshman out of Southlake, Texas, Southlake Carroll High School. Again, been one of their more effective arms this year, Blake.
Yeah, 3-0 record on the year, 14th appearance for him. Started a couple games, were in 20 2/3 innings, giving up 18 hits, 13 earned runs, walked 6, struck out 13. Go Dragons, Southlake Carroll.
Big-time program in every sport down there in the Dallas area. So Bioto on. Day, Frederick, Hindi, and now Bioto. And we are only in the third inning. 8-2 OU. Wind is blowing out. No lead feels safe. If you're Oklahoma, with the way this weekend has gone, regardless of how the wind is blowing or not, no lead feels safe against Tennessee. The Sooners have given up 9 or more runs in 7 straight games.
I feel like you need to score 20 to feel comfortable, but putting up a couple zeros in this outing, Cord Rager. If you add a couple more in this inning, give the big fella a little bit more of a lead, keep him pounding the zone.
Bama out in front of Ole Miss, 5-2, 5th inning in that rubber game series finale in Knoxville. All right, here we go. Here's LaChance. Homered in the first, tripled in the second. First pitch from Bioto is lifted into right. The wind's going to keep that in play. Chapman toward the line, digging, and he made the catch in foul territory. Nice play for the out. One gone. That's almost right where LaChance hit it last time, and it landed as a triple.
That's a really tough play. That wall gets on you quick down there, down the right field line. Good job by Chapman, staying focused, keeping his eye on the ball, making the play.
2 outs now. Johnson, the base runner at first for Jackson Willits. And he takes one at the toes. Willits a walk and a strikeout in this game. 3 for 11 in the series. Texas leads Missouri 6-2. Longhorns trying to finish off a 3-game sweep. That's in Austin. There goes the runner. Pitch is taken. Throw down to second base is not in time. Camden Johnson. Stolen base number 26 on the year.
Yeah, gets a really good jump off by Ado. Finally, a right-handed pitcher that the Sooners can take advantage of. Gets a really good jump. Swipes his 26th bag of the year.
1 ball and 1 strike to count. Foul back. Auburn and Georgia tied at 4, bottom of the 5th inning. Georgia seeking a sweep on the Plains. Again, stays alive with a foul ball. Florida and LSU tied at 4 in the 5th in Baton Rouge. Gators looking for a sweep. Another 1-2 to Jackson Willits. That's ripped toward right center field. It's going to hang in the air, though, and Garrett Wright runs it down. Nice play in right center. That ends the inning. Sooners get a leadoff walk, but fail to score, and we head to the 4th. Oklahoma 8, Tennessee 2. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner baseball from Lear. 4th inning, 8-2. Oklahoma leads it. Series finale, season finale. downtown Oklahoma City. The Western Conference Finals will start about a half mile from here, if that far, on Monday night. That's a cue shot to first. Taki flips to Rager, and there's one pitch, one out. Right off the end of the bat of Trent Grindlinger.
He's been an impressive freshman for the Vols this week for me.
Yeah, good player.
Good approach to the plate. Uses the whole field.
He's one of the best freshmen in America, no doubt. What a year he's having. Reese Chapman now. Chapman singled in front of the Clark homer back in the second. 3 for 9 in the series. First pitch swinging here, fouled back. Give Tennessee credit. About 3 weeks ago, a month ago, they were floundering a bit, and the postseason was somewhat of a question mark. But they have finished with a flurry, a sprint to the finish line here. Winners in 7 of their last 8. They have won their 5th SEC series already this weekend. And they're in the dance. Back-to-back series wins over Texas and Oklahoma to finish up conference play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Another foul ball, 1-2.
They went undefeated in the midweek, too. Kind of saved their season, if you think about it. Took care of business on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Give them that 35 range.
What's at stake right now for them, in addition to SEC seeding and RPI ramifications, they're seeking a 6th straight year with a winning SEC record if they can win this ballgame. They're 15-14 right now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chapman. High fly ball to right. Desan Harris back to the wall. That's off the wall. Chapman to second as the ball caroms way away. He's racing for third, and they'll stop him there with a triple. That ball banged off the concrete wall over by the skyline deck and caromed about halfway back to second base. And by the time a Sooner chased it down, Chapman had an easy 3-bagger.
It's a tough play for Desan Harris out there at right. If you play here every day, you know that's going to be off the brick. You get well off the wall to field it and keep it to a double, but he thinks he's got a chance to make it just above the padding. Almost did. Just turned out the other way.
Credit Jason Walk, the center fielder, for coming all the way over to retrieve that ball. And now an RBI opportunity for Levi Clark. Homered his first time up. Pulls that one foul. 2 home runs in the series for Clark. Levi Clark now 7 home runs in the last 12 games. Outside.
Talking about Jay Abernathy being a former teammate of Jason Walk. Levi Clark is as well. Had a conversation with Walk pregame. Asked him about Abernathy. He's like, oh, yeah, I played with Levi Clark as well. In Marietta, Georgia.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Chapman at third, 1 out. Trying to slice into the 6-run deficit. That'll get the run in. Willits at short. Nice throw. Chapman comes home. 8-3 now. 2 outs in the inning. 3rd run batted in for Clark.
Make it 43 on the year for him. That's just a good job of using the middle of the field. The runner on third base, less than 2 outs. Done well all weekend. The Tennessee Volunteers have done that.
They really have. Sacrifice flies. They have taken advantage of scoring opportunities. Blaine Brown here. There's a striker. Rager at 57 pitches. George Frazier used to always tell me 15 or less an inning is what you want. There's a strike. That would be 60 through 4. If he could end the inning here, he'd be right on that mark.
I like that. That 10-pitch inning is immaculate. 15's good number, keeps you in the game a long time. Anything George says, I tend to agree with.
Swing and a miss. I agree with you. Strikeout of Brown, 6 of them for Rager. Innings over. Balls get 1. The triple by Chapman comes home. 3.5 played in the finale. 8-3 Oklahoma in front. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. Energy Transfer. We move America's energy. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Well, that's it. We are going to save money this summer.
What's that, hon?
We're signing up for OG&E's Smart Hours to get discounted electricity for 19 hours every weekday. Oh, and all weekend long.
Oh, well, how's that work?
We just do our laundry, run the dishwasher, stuff like that in the morning or...
Bottom of the 4th here in Bricktown. Oklahoma leading Game 3 of this series, 8-3. Trey Gamble leading off. Still Ethan Bioto on the mound for Tennessee. First pitch chopped foul. Gamble walked and scored in the first, doubled and scored, and drove in a run in the second. Next one low. I asked Skip Johnson before the series, what do you feel best about your team with postseason approaching? What do you feel like you can hang your hat on? Gamble gives one a ride to center field. Oh, it's off the glove of Wright. Gamble's going to try for 3. The throw, and he's safe. Wright had it in his glove for a second. It would have been an all-timer of a catch, but he couldn't hang on. And it is a 3rd triple in this game, 2nd for Oklahoma.
The center field position for the Tennessee Volunteers has been playing out of their mind. He almost comes down with this.
What an effort.
Yeah. Contorts his body to make this play, and it's in the glove. Ground brings it out.
Josh Elander wants to challenge the play at third base here, the call at third base. Tremendous effort by Garrett Wright. Had it in his glove momentarily. There's the play at third. The call was safe, and Elander wants him to look at it again. So we'll go to Birmingham for this. Reviews brought to you by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law. Go to McIntyreLaw.com to connect with their team of award-winning Oklahoma personal injury attorneys. And the call is safe. Challenge is unsuccessful. Sooners SEC leading 17th triple and the first for Trey Gamble this year. Trey Gamble's bat coming alive. Here's Brendan Brock. Outside in the dirt. Back to our conversation with Skip. I asked him before the series, what do you feel best about going into the postseason? And he said, our offense is coming alive. You got to hang your hat on something, right?
Right.
And the bats have started to swing it. The last, really, 3 weekends, especially in Arkansas, and carried into this weekend to some extent. They've homered 5 times. Scored 15 on Sunday in Fayetteville.
What are the dimensions in Hoover?
I don't know off the top of my head. I could look it up. Strike called.
Well,
but it is a bigger ballpark.
It's bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, depends on the wind and everything like that. Bigger than your average SEC ballpark for sure. High and away, 3-1.
This goes to show you get into the postseason, just make the regional. Anything can happen. You've got that 5th or 6th guy in the rotation making the start on Monday. Anything can happen in the postseason. You just got to get there.
Ford makes the play at third, looks the runner back. Gamble stays with no out. Brock out 5-3. Desan Harris now. You never know your draw. Are you going to get placed in a offensive park, pitchers friendly field? You never know what the draw will unfold. You got to be in it to win it, right? One more win would certainly make Oklahoma feel a lot better about everything. Here's Desan Harris with the infield in now. First pitch swinging right at second, and it's dropped by Grimmer. Throw to first is in time, and Gamble did not go. 2 outs.
It's a tough read for Gamble. That ball's right at Grimmer. Can't expect him to make the error. Like to see him a little bit farther down the line to read that, but you get in trouble that way, you get picked off. Just a tough play.
Chance now for Bioto to strand that runner at third after the leadoff triple and maybe give Tennessee a little momentum here. Dayton Taki. He's walked twice today. He takes ball 1. Grimmer's had a wild weekend at second. He has made some unbelievable plays, and he's booted some around as well. There's a strike. Stayed with that one, though, to get Harris. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, he booted one last night, kind of the same scenario where he bodies it up, keeps it corralled, and keeps composure, makes a good throw over to first base, get the out.
He's way out in shallow right field against Taki, who flares that one down the left field line, but slicing, foul, barely foul. Boy, that was close.
There's not a whole lot of foul ground out there, so anytime that ball lands, you think it's fair. It's pretty skinny down the lines here for Town Ballpark.
Taki catches breath. Kyle Branch has the bat waiting for him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trey Gamble tripled to straightaway center field to start this inning, but back-to-back ground outs on the infield by Brock and Harris, and he's still at third. 2-2 to Taki. All 3. Kyle Branch on deck if he loses the first baseman. Bioto to Taki. We'll do it again. Try to start helping shape the SEC tourney picture as the second half of this game unfolds. The bracket will be unveiled tonight. That one scoots away. Here comes Gamble. Throw to the plate, and it's dropped, and he scores. Taki's thought about going for 2, but he'll stay put. And another Tennessee gift here in Game 3. It's 9-3. Gamble gambled. If Bioto catches that ball cleanly, we got a close play at home.
Yeah, I think he got him out, too. The ball didn't get too far away from Lawless behind the plate. Absolutely right. Just Bioto taking his eye off the ball, losing connection, unable to make the grab.
It was ball 4. That's a walk, so Taki's at first with a run in now for Kyle Branch. 7th walk of the game for Tennessee. Strike 1 to Branch. That's the second runner that has scored on a wild pitch in this game. Branch 0 for 2. 2 for 9 in the series. How about this game unfolding in Lexington? Arkansas scored 10 in the first. Another one in the third. They led 11-0. It is now 12-11 Arkansas in the fifth. Kentucky working on an 8-run fifth inning and still batting. Swing and a miss. Once down 11-0, they're back within a run. Pitch in the dirt. Taki takes off, and he'll get to second. Another wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Branch, and Kentucky has just tied it. Wow. 11 down, and they've come back to tie it, and they're only in the fifth. That's why if you're a Sooner fan, you look at the scoreboard, and it's 9-3, and there is nothing to feel comfortable about at all in the fourth inning of an SEC baseball game.
Right. That's why you're still taking the extra 90 on a dirt ball read.
Branch to short. Antigua's there. And he throws him out to end the inning. Sooners get 1. 4 full in the books in Bricktown. Sooners 9, Vols 3. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Sports.com. 9-3, Oklahoma in front, fifth inning. Cord Rager beginning his fifth inning of work. Stone Lawless leads off. What do you think of Rager so far today?
It's been good. Just one long ball, right? And they manufactured a run in the fourth. It's been okay. The command's been good. I think it's just one pitch, right? The home run, the 2-run homer he gave up. That's about it. Pretty good other than that.
Struck out Lawless in the second. Starts him off with a high pitch here. Sooners 9 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Vols 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Tennessee wrapped up the series with a 9-4 win earlier today in the resumption of Game 2. There's a strike. Lawless still looking for his first hit in the series. Excuse me, this is... not Lawless, Nate Eisfelder batting for Lawless. 17, not 27. My apologies. Popped it up foul, and that'll get into the stands. First time we've seen Eisfelder in the series. Freshman out of Johnson City, Tennessee. 286 average and limited playing time. Two balls and 2 strikes to him. And he gets hit by a pitch. That's the first free pass issued by Rager today. 6 strikeouts, no walks. And of all the stats he's compiled, that's the one I think Skip Johnson's happiest about, although he issues a freebie there with a hit batter.
Yeah, that's the breaking ball he just tried to yank too much of. Tried to get that back foot, ended up hitting the back belt.
Ariel Antigua robbed on a diving catch by Desan Harrison Wright. First time up, he's 0 for 1. Pulls that one foul. Oklahoma blew a 3-run lead and lost the opener 9-7. Blew a 3-run lead and lost Game 2 9-4. They've had a couple of different 6-run leads today. 6-0 and now 9-3. But it's only the middle of this game. Still a ways to go. Outside 1-1 to Antigua. Hard hit ball down the left field line and fair. That's into the corner. Eisfelder headed to second. He'll stop there. It's a double for Antigua. Third extra base hit of the game for the Vols. 5th overall.
Great swing by Antigua right there. Just one hops the wall. Brendan Brock, props to him, getting the ball in quick, getting to that ball, hitting your cutoff man, keeping it to a double.
Conversation on the mound to talk to Rager here. The Sooner bullpen still quiet. Rager, not a guy that has seen 100 pitches in any games this year. 93 is the most he's thrown. They've been cautious with this freshman. And now we'll see somebody get up and start to throw out there. Looks like perhaps Gavin Jones, a lefty. Top of the order, Garrett Wright. Second and third, nobody out. Grounds one to first, just foul. Barely.
It's a big break there. Looked like it was going to go right over the bag and then took a right turn as it got there. Dayton Taki way off the bag. That's a for sure double.
Bottom of the order setting the table here for Tennessee in the 5th. Wright's 0 for 2 today, 1 for 12 in the series. Slices that one down the right field line and foul again. He scared it.
Garrett Wright, a really good player. Trying to use the whole field. Sticking with an approach. Got to run on second base. Less than 2 outs. Just trying to hit to the right side. Veteran player, junior. Understanding the assignment here in the 5th.
The 0-2. A little bit outside. Left center field. Jason Walk dives and caught it. Wow. 1 run is in. Jason Walk, what a grab on the warning track in left center. Eisfelder comes home to make it 9-4, and Antigua ends up at third. Sac fly RBI for Garrett Wright. But that's the second hit an OU outfielder has taken away in this game. Great catch by Jason Walk.
We've been treated to some really good defensive plays in this series. That's another one right there. It seems like 3 or 4 balls been hit to that corner outfield position at the 415, and he finally closed in on one, made a fantastic play.
Grimmer fouls one back. It's just so deep in left center. That ball was in the air forever, and you thought, well, surely somebody's going to get to that. And there's so much ground to cover out there.
It feels even bigger. I remember playing here, and it feels like your center fielder is just so far away. Normally, you're lining up with first and second base as a left fielder.
Swing and a miss.
That's your normal depth, your normal alignment. If he pulls it, you're going to go a little bit towards the left field line, but absolutely right. Just a lot of ground out there.
1 out. Grimmer trying to get Antigua home from third, but he's in an 0-2 hole. Fights that one off. Grimmer grounded out to first base in the first, struck out swinging in the third. 0 for 2 in the game, 2 for 10 on the weekend. Deficit has been trimmed to 5. Upstairs. This right here is the situation we were talking about that Tennessee's been so good at this weekend. Runner at third, less than 2 outs.
2 strikes.
Time is called. The ball got loose in the OU bullpen. I can't think of a time in which they didn't come through in a situation like this weekend. Grimmer fights another one off.
It's a lot of that, right? Just fouling off tough pitches to get to one that you can handle. Saw Wright do that, try to go to the right field line twice in that at bat, gets 2 strikes and just elevates to center field. Just won't go away.
And he delivers. Out to right. This will get the run home. Desan Harris fighting the sun, brings it in. Antigua tags and scores. And a great job once again by Tennessee at the plate. Sac fly RBI for Grimmer makes it a 4-run game. That's just good baseball right there.
You're absolutely right. Another 2-strike count where he elevated and got the runner in from third base. Just incredible commitment to a plan. Not trying to get too big, just squaring the ball up. Bringing the guy in, passing the stick.
2 outs, nobody on now for Ford. And he smashes one to left, and it's a 3-run game. First pitch swinging, Henry Ford's second home run of the weekend. And it's 9-6. Second home run of the game for the Vols, 4th of the series. They've all been hit by Ford and Clark. And a 3 spot in the 5th. This game just got much more interesting. And Skip Johnson is going to his bullpen. Tennessee within 3. Certapro Painter's pitching change. We'll tell you about the new Oklahoma arm when we come back in Bricktown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Beats and Bites is back for its 10th anniversary. Join us to celebrate a decade of delicious food, incredible live music, and unforgettable memories at Riverwind Casino. The party starts Saturday, June 13th with Cheap Trick and Gin Blossoms. Book your tickets online or at the box office for only $10. And we'll see you at Riverwind.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Certapro Painter's pitching change for Oklahoma here in the top of the 5th. And now a 3-run game, 9-6. Jason Bowden on for the second time in the series.
Down the year, 4.76 ERA, 4-1 record, 28 in the third innings pitched. He's got 34 strikeouts to 17 walks. Saw him Thursday. Looked really good. This is going to be a power arm. Fastball up to 95. Spots up a changeup occasionally to lefties. Really good slider.
Faced 3 batters on Thursday. Hit a guy and struck out 2. That was in the 9th inning. Bowden threw just 11 pitches in that outing. Tennessee will not go away. Oklahoma led 6-0. They led 8-2. They led 9-3. But 3 runs in the 5th and still batting. And they have cut the deficit to just 3. Not yet halfway through this one. Grindlinger will be the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Vanderbilt has swept South Carolina 5-3 the final today in Nashville. Oklahoma's situation is this for the SEC tourney. The Sooners will either be the 11, 12, or 13 seed. They will play on Tuesday. Vanderbilt's win makes them 14-16. OU needs a win to equal them. Kentucky also at 13-16 coming into today. So the Sooners would hold a tiebreaker over Vanderbilt by virtue of their series victory over them. Grindlinger takes a ball. Sooners and Kentucky did not play this year, so if it was a three-way tie, it'd be a little more convoluted. But Oklahoma needs a win more than anything for their resume, picking up a 14th conference win. The opponent for game one, as that pitch goes to the backstop, obviously still unknown, but it'll be someone in the pack of Vanderbilt, Kentucky, LSU, South Carolina. I don't think South Carolina would be in play. Probably Vanderbilt, Kentucky, or LSU. There's a strike. 1-2. Or 2-1, I should say. Grindlinger 0 for 2 in the game. A little bit low. Tennessee at 15-14, tied with Ole Miss in 9th place. A win today could move them into a tie with Mississippi State, maybe some others. Strike called outside corner. Grindlinger thought he had ball 4. The ball's still in the hunt for a day one bye, depending on how everything shakes out. Full count. Bowden to Grindlinger. Here it comes. High chopper, tough play. Willits, gloves, throws, got it. That ends the inning. Tennessee gets 3 halfway home on a Saturday afternoon. We got another good one. 9-6 Sooners. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Show. Carly Murray patrolling the dugouts. Jason Walk leads off the 5th. And his first pitch from Ethan Bioto is high.
Go out and give up 3. You got to find a way to put one up. Put a cricker number up. Don't let it go unanswered.
Nice play at first by Clark. He'll outrace Walk to the bag for out number 1. That was a high hopper. Jason Walk now 2 for 4 in the game. Camden Johnson. Johnson 0 for 3 in this one. 5 for 12 in the series. Homered here in game 2. Straightaway center field. Takes one off the inside corner. Bioto has just allowed the 1 hit since coming on to the 3rd. That was the leadoff triple to Gamble, who did come home to score on a wild pitch. 2-0 to Johnson. Said this off the top, but if you are an Oklahoma fan, this feels like a massive baseball game today. You don't want to get swept at home ever, but very much in need of some positivity and some momentum going into postseason play. One more win in conference play would all but stamp the ticket to the NCAA tourney if it's not already stamped. Hot shot to second. Grimmer's got it. 2 outs.
Toby, we have some activity in the Tennessee bullpen. The freshman left-hander Will Haas is starting to warm up.
Thank you, Carly.
Saw him last night.
Yeah, he was on the mound when the game stopped. Dayton LaChance now with 2 outs, nobody on. If you're Tennessee, this is how you want to face Dayton LaChance right here. He's homered and tripled in this game. 6 for 12 on the weekend. Ball 1. Two and 0. LaChance is always talking to somebody.
I feel like he asked for time, didn't get it from Justin Robinson behind home plate. Luckily, he's called a ball. I think he'd be a little bit more upset.
3-0. Do you free him up here if you're Reggie Willits?
I think so, man. Just let him swing.
He does. And he fouls it back our way. It's going to land in front of us a bit. 3 balls and a strike. That's one of those, if you're hot, you just don't look back for the sign, right? You just, forgot to look.
Sorry,
Coach.
I was just so lost in the moment, Coach.
Too focused. Full count.
Had a plan. I stuck to it, Coach.
My plan was to not look at you in case you told me to take. From 3-0 to 3-2. Caught a piece of that. Long home run to center field, his second of the series back in the first inning. And his 10th of the year. Two outs, nobody on. Another payoff from Bioto. And that's hit well. Left field. Did he get all of it? Ground back to the wall, and it's gone! He did it again. Dayton LaChance is hot. 10-6 OU.
This is a slider down at his bootstraps. Goes down and gets it. An absolute 2-iron all the way to the farthest part of this ballpark, too. Much needed answer for the Sooners.
Second home run of the day, third in the series, 7th home run in the last 8 games, 11th home run in the last 20. Gracious.
You're hot, you're hot.
That's why he was swinging 3-0.
Yeah.
Barely got that one over.
Now it's okay that he didn't look because he hit a homer.
Yeah, Reggie said, good job, big guy.
Hey, appreciate it.
2-0 to Willits. To second. And Tigua's got it. That ends the inning. Sooners get one. On the LaChance long ball, we head to the 6th. 10-6 Sooners in Bricktown. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. Energy Transfer. We move America's energy. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Oklahoma leads it by 4 in the series finale. Tennessee won game 1 9-7, game 2 9-4. 10-6 Oklahoma as we go to the 6th. Jason Bowden remains on the mound. He'll start by facing Reese Chapman. 2 for 2 in this game with a single, a triple, and 2 runs scored. And he's 3 for 3 as he lines the first pitch into left field. I'm telling you, they're not going away. You're going to have to fight these guys to the bitter end.
Reese Chapman doing the heavy lifting for the balls, too. 3 knocks and a triple. Swinging a hot bat.
Levi Clark homered back in the second. 3 runs batted in. Takes the ball. We have not seen Jackson Cleveland in this series. The Sooners closer, you would have to think, will make an appearance at some point. We have also not seen Briscoe Smith. Center field. Jason Walk backing. Leaping. Caught it! Jason Walk's putting on a show. Trying to catch his breath. Had a collision, a car crash in center field. And the Oklahoma outfield has been spectacular in this one.
This is just well-timed. I don't think it's going out. If anything, it's a double off the wall, but well-timed, gets back to the spot, gets up, elevates, and makes the play.
Still trying to catch his breath out there.
It's like, fine, go, man. I'm fine. That's what we do in Ackworth.
Desan Harris, a diving catch early, and Jason Walk has a diving catch and now one up against the wall. Loud out there. Here's Blaine Brown. Takes a ball. Brown 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Fouled it off the end of the bat. Mentioned Briscoe Smith. Briscoe Smith was a freshman, is a freshman. Coming into the season, Skip Johnson thought he might be the closer for this team, but he got hurt right before the season started and made his first appearance at Arkansas last weekend. Pulled foul. This is a guy that they feel like can really help them in postseason play. Eager to see if he makes a visit to the mound in this one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left fielder Blaine Brown as the wind picked up again. Pulled foul.
Toby, you mentioned Briscoe. He's currently in the bullpen, just kind of hanging off the edge, watching the team play. No activity yet, but you do have Jaden Barfield and Gavin Jones standing up and moving around.
Carly. Struck him out. Third time Blaine Brown's gone down swinging today. First strikeout for Bowden, 7th for the Sooners. Speaking of getting up and moving around, Carly is getting some cardio in. Just circling the Bricktown ballpark this weekend.
I'm loving this ballpark, and I just want to reassure to the fans, the wind is blowing. I almost fell over a little bit because of how hard the wind's blowing out here.
Carly.
Yeah, it's going.
A good floor fan would blow you over, Carly. Come on.
I guess that may be true.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, it's blowing hard.
Just get a wide base out there, stay in your legs.
I'll take all tips. Thank you, Blake.
1 ball and no strikes to Eisfelder. Rips one to short, caught by Willits, and that'll end the inning. That's an atom ball right there. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Great play by Jason Walk in that inning. 10-6 OU in front. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. The mound when the game was called due to weather last night. He induced a ground out and hit a man. Haas only throwing 6 pitches last night. First pitch to Trey Gamble is chopped out in front of home plate. Garrett Wright, the catcher, now throws to first. Nice play, 1 out. There are some position changes we need to let you know about. When Eisfelder came in, it shuffled things around for Tennessee defensively. Garrett Wright moved from center field to behind the plate. Reese Chapman moved from right field to center. And Nate Eisfelder came in to play right field. Here's Brock. Oh for 2 in this game. Has been on twice. Reached on an error and scored in the first. Hit by a pitch in the second. 3 for 10 in the series. Takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Get you some updates around the SEC here momentarily on the Air Comfort Solutions SEC scoreboard. 2-1 to Brock. Arkansas scored the first 11. Kentucky tied it at 12. Now it's 14-12 Arkansas in the top of the 7th in that rubber game in Lexington. Strike called. 2-2. Florida up 8-4 at LSU in the 8th. Closing in on a sweep there, the Gators. Florida's finishing the season strong. will count. Auburn now up 10-4 on Georgia. Middle of the 7th. Here's the payoff pitch to Brendan Brock from Will Haas. Struck him out swinging. 2 outs. Third strikeout for Tennessee pitching. 2 outs, nobody on for Deshaun Harris. Bottom of the 7th, Texas up on Missouri, 8-2 in Austin. Softball, OU 9-0 final over Kansas. So they're headed to the regional championship game tomorrow. They've outscored their first 2 opponents 20-0. That's trouble. Garrett Wright threw it down the line. Deshaun Harris headed to second. We'll stop there. That'll be an infield hit. Another knock for Deshaun Harris, and a throwing error moves him to second base. 6th hit of the series for Deshaun.
And 2 for 3 in this one. It's a swing and bunt. Plays perfectly. Wright had to make a perfect throw and be quick about it. Ends up being way right. Banging off the tarp, giving the time to Deshaun to get to second base.
That's the 3rd error of the game and the 6th of the series for Tennessee. They had committed 11 errors in all of SEC play coming into the weekend. 11 errors in their first 9 series. 6 this weekend here in Bricktown. Here's Taki. Chance to add to the lead. Takes a strike. Taki has walked all 3 plate appearances. Left-on-left matchup with Haas. Back bend.
I do like this lineup that the Sooners have brought out this game. I know it's been successful. Easy to say that, but I think Taki's got a better handle on defensive attributes at first base. Gives you a power bat in the lineup. Brock's an athlete there in left.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
And LeChance handles his staff really well.
Yeah. So does Brock, but LeChance just kind of feels like the team leader, you know?
Right. Vocal, you know.
They're both very well thought of catching prospects. OU has a wealth of talent at the catcher position. There goes Harris for third, and the pitch is up and off a right, and Harris is into third without a throw. 2-2 to count to Taki. And if Taki could somehow refine the form of a year ago, he's capable of running into one at any point.
Nothing says you still can't shuffle that DH spot. Gamble's been your guy all year long, but you can play with it.
Full count. Yeah, Nolan Stevens and Drew Dickerson, and you got all kinds of options. If you're Oklahoma, there's more concern on the mound right now than at the plate.
Who's going to get me outs?
It's a 4th walk for Dayton Taki in the game. Wow.
Looks upset about it. I want to swing the bat, Coach. Just keep taking those free 90s.
1st and 3rd with 2 outs for Branch. Kyle 0 for 3. 2 for 10 in the series. Home run on Thursday. Sooners lead 10-6, bottom 6. They've done a nice job putting things together with 2 outs in this game. Remember back in the first, they scored 6 runs, and there were 2 outs, nobody on when they started. 8 straight reached.
The LeChance homer, 4 walks, 2 errors, and a single by walk.
This inning, the first 2 retired sheepishly. And then Harris and Taki both aboard. Resetting the pitch clock here. No balls and a strike to Branch. We've got a 7-way tie atop the leaderboard at the PGA Championship. Fouled out of play. That, my friends, is a log jam.
Looks like the course is playing tough, too.
Other than John Rahm and Ludwig Oberg, not a lot of big names. Schmidt, Taylor, Rye, Smalley, and McNeely. The others tied for the lead. But there's a bunch stalking big names, that is. Including Scotty Scheffler 2 shots back. Got her up 1 shot back. No balls and 2 strikes to Branch. Fouls it off to the right. Sooners 6 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Vols 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. 10-6 in the sixth. Toward the right side, Grimmer comes to get it, and that'll end the inning. Sooners strand a pair. We go to the 7th. Oklahoma leads it by 4. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Today, getting his first start of the series. A nice diving catch by Desan Harris in right field. Took a hit away from him back in the second. Then he doubled and scored in the fifth. First pitch from Bowden is inside. We'll be in Hoover, Alabama on Tuesday, Sooner fans. Game time, opponent not yet known, but it will be tonight as Oklahoma opens play in the SEC tournament. Tough play on the infield. Johnson cuts it off and throws. Nice job, Camden Johnson, for out number 1. That ball looked like it had some serious English on it. Johnson able to handle it.
Really instinctive player at third base as well. That's a handled shot. Jackson Willis not going to have a chance to make that play. Good job cutting it off, making a good throw over there at first base for the first out.
Back to the top of the order. Garrett Wright, now at catcher, started the game in center field. Strike 1. Jason Bowden on the mound is a key cog for this team as well. When he's on, he is really tough to hit. You mentioned the slider. It falls off the table. It's a big-time pitch. But there has been moments where he doesn't have command and walks guys and just can't be used. And there you go. Right on cue, he hits a guy. They needed him to be sharp in the postseason because he's been a setup guy. There was thoughts coming into the year maybe he could be a closer as well, but it's an arm they need to be able to trust late in games.
It's got high leverage stuff too.
Yeah. 95+ mile an hour fastball and a wicked slider. Former Texas A&M Aggie.
It's kind of a high 3/4 slot. A little bit of tail on the fastball, a little late life.
Grimmer lines one to left. First pitch swinging. Wright's going to try for 3. Throw goes that way. It skips by, backed up by Bowden. They're on the corners with 1 out.
Really good job by Bowden, backing up bases there. Seen that ball go to left, getting behind third base, backing up Camden Johnson. That ball gets away, could score a run if he's not there.
That's hit number 8 for the Vols. They've evened up the Sooners in that column. And now Henry Ford make this thing pretty interesting right here if he gets into one. He homered last time up. He's homered twice in the series. 18 times on the year. Takes one well inside. Ford 2 for 3 in the game, 4 for 10 on the weekend. 3 of his 4 hits have gone for extra bases. Pulls that one foul.
Seems like everything he's hit's been allowed out, too. Doesn't get cheated at the plate.
LeChance throws to first. Safe. Grimmer had ventured off the bag a bit. Here comes Skip Johnson. I think Sooner fans thought maybe he was going to challenge that call, but instead he just wants to go talk to Jason Bowden. Located just minutes from the OU campus, Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities and classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKC. You know. Balls at first and third. One out in the inning. 2 balls and a strike to count to Henry Ford. Sooners led 6-0 after 1, 8-2 after 2, 9-3 after 4. It's now 10-6 as there's ball 3 to Ford as we play in the 7th. Dangerous hitter here with another one on deck, Trent Grindlinger. Would love a double play ground ball. He walked him. Bases loaded. That is the first walk of the game for OU pitching.
I don't really mind it. That guy can put this game within reach, make it a 1-run game. Now you're 1 pitch away.
True.
With a guy that's 0 for 3 at the plate. I know it's still a powerful bat, high average guy, but having a tough day at the plate right now.
This is the tying run at the plate. Trent Grindlinger. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Struck out swinging in the first, grounded out to first in the 4th, grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. 2 for 12 in the series with 3 runs batted in. Strike called outside corner, 0-2. Bet your money on a slider coming at some point here. Can Grindlinger lay off of it? And will Bowden put it out of reach? LeChance sets up outside. He pops it up. Right side, Branch back. He's got it. Everybody will stay put, and that's out number 2. That pitch might have been a little better than Bowden wanted it to be, but he got the pop-up.
There's another problem coming up to the plate.
Yeah.
Reese Chapman, 3 for 3.
Chapman, the hottest ball in game 3. Single, triple, single. Seems locked in. Also represents the tying run. He's hit 10 homers on the year. Ball 1. Base hit into right. That'll score at least 1. Grimmer rounding third. He'll score, and it's a 2-run game. What a day for Reese Chapman. A 2 RBI single through the right side makes it 10-8. And they're on the corners with 2 outs for Levi Clark, who now represents the go-ahead run here in the top of the 7th.
Good pitch to hit him right there. Take him with the defense, gets him wide open 4-hole, gets around a slider. Serves it up into right field for a 2-out RBI.
They're going to stick with Bowden, it looks like. Clark's the one that hit it up against the wall in center field last time up. That crashing catch by Jason Walk. Ball one. He homered back in the second. Has homered twice in the series. He could put Tennessee in front with a long ball here. Strike called, top of the zone. This feels like the moment of the game so far. Ford at third, Chapman at first. Almost hit him. Spun Clark out of the way. 2 balls and a strike. Hit batter, single, walk, single has accounted for 2 runs for Tennessee. 2 balls and 2 strikes after the foul ball. A game Oklahoma very much needs to win. Tennessee trying to make it as hard as possible on them. The 2-2. Center field. Didn't get all of that one. Jason Walk calling for it. He's got it, and that ends the inning. Balls get 2. Time to stretch at Bricktown. 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Hal Smith Restaurant Group. Hal Smith will feed your game day cravings. Visit HalSmithRestaurants.com to order for Oklahoma. Still facing Will Haas on the mound. Jason Walk. Take strike 1. A single and a walk in 4 plate appearances in this game. 3 hits in the series for Walk. Was once a 6-run lead is down to 2. The wind blowing out at Oklahoma City. 1-2 on the swing and a miss.
Got to ask yourself where the momentum's at. Got to be in the Vols dugout right now. Jason Walk just trying to pass the stick, get the momentum back in the Sooner dugout.
Takes one downstairs. Good eye there. A couple of outstanding defensive plays in center field for the Sooner, who wears number 1 on his back.
Definitely saved some runs as well.
That's a good point. Full count. Love to get his speed aboard. Camden Johnson on deck, and Dayton LaChance, who has been a menace this weekend, is waiting in the hole. Struck him out swinging. Second strikeout for Haas. First out of the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, just elevates a fastball here. Full count. His best pitch goes up. Gets above the barrel. Jason Walk.
Camden Johnson on a 7-game hit streak, but 0 for 4 today. Strike 1. Got another final in the SEC. Alabama has beaten Ole Miss 6-2. Tide take 2 of 3 in that series. Bama finishes 18-12 in conference play. Ole Miss 15-15. Tennessee with a win would vault in front of Ole Miss in the standings. No balls and 2 strikes. Downstairs. Eight runs on 9 hits for Tennessee, 3 errors. 10 runs on 8 hits, no errors for Oklahoma. Struck him out swinging. Good breaking ball there. 2 outs in the inning.
This is away. It's Camden Johnson in swing mode. Looks like a fastball right out of the hands and just ends up in the right-hander batter's box.
Here's LaChance. Do they pitch to him?
I would put him on.
Nobody on base. 2 homers and a triple in the game. 7 hits, 3 homers in the series. First pitch swinging, rifled to right, and he got another one. I mean, he's unconscious. 3rd home run of the game, 4th of the series for LaChance. He is putting this team on his back, his broad Canadian back, and it's 11-8.
Why do you pitch to him? 2 outs in the inning. He's already got 2. You got an open base, and then you got Jackson Wills behind him, who's 0 for 3. You give him a fastball in the outer half, he takes it the other way. 385. Great swing.
Unbelievable. What a performance by Dayton LaChance. Strike call.
It's all over the place. It's poolside, it's backside. He's just seeing the ball extremely well and connecting.
There's a base hit. Give the credit, give the Sooners credit. Every time Tennessee has scored in this game, in the top of an inning, Oklahoma has come right back and countered them in the bottom with at least a run.
Dayton LaChance has homered 3 times in the same 3 situations. In the first, he had nobody on and 2 outs. In the 5th, he had nobody on and 2 outs. In the 7th, nobody on and 2 outs.
And the shame is 3 solo shots if you're Oklahoma. Trey Gamble, first pitch swinging, fouls one out of play. 4 hits in the game for LaChance, 3 homers and a triple. First 3 home run game for a Sooner since Chris Haggard against Iowa State in 2000. That's over a quarter century ago, my friend.
I don't even think Iowa State has a baseball.
That's true. That's why it shut down. Chris Haggard shut him down. Yeah, 3 home run game. That's a little hard to believe, honestly, that it's been that long. 3 home run games are hard to do, but they're not unheard of. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base. It was a strikeout anyway. Didn't matter. Inning is over. Dayton LaChance leaves the yard for the 3rd time today in the 4th. Matt Jones will face Blaine Brown to start the 8th. 3-run lead. Dayton LaChance the show today. Is it enough against a Tennessee team that has snapped their fingers and put 10 runs on the board at will lately? 9 in both games in this series. Blaine Brown 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs today. He looks at a ball outside. Tennessee had scored 10 or more runs in 9 of their last 17 games and 3 straight coming into this weekend, and they haven't reached double figures yet, but they've gone 9-9 at 8 so far. I mean, they are just gobbling up that scoreboard. Ground ball to second, up and off a branch, but he stays with it. 1 out. Again, what's at stake for OU today? They will be the 11, 12, or 13 seed in the SEC tourney. Obviously, the better seed, the better the matchup. That's of some importance. But more important, a 14th conference victory and almost assuredly an invite to the NCAA tourney with a win today, if they haven't already locked that up. And a little momentum going into Hoover. You never want to get swept at home. And Even though the first 2 games didn't go their way, they would love to at least grab this one and take some positivity with them.
I think that's
state of Alabama.
That's where I'm going to stick with it. I think it's for momentum for me. They're a 30-win team in one of the toughest conferences in the nation. I think they've done enough to prove that they deserve to be in. It's just what regional they're going to. I think just being able to show that you can score 10 runs in a game helps you go into the postseason.
I think that's probably accurate. But wouldn't you feel better about it with 14 wins?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so would everybody, I think. It's outside. You don't want that committee sitting around going, you know what?
They kind of struggle going in.
They are sliding coming in. They've lost 4 straight conference series, which is true. They've already lost this one. They got swept at home. They go 1 and done in Hoover. And you don't want to bring up a negative talking point for the committee. 2-2. May end up a 3 seed in Georgia Tech's regional or something. You never know. So win here today helps in a lot of regards. Eisfelder, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lifts it to right. Harris fighting the sun, trying to find it. Branch out to help him. He dropped it. If you live 100 more years, you'll never see that again. Maybe the best defensive second baseman in America, Kyle Branch. Flat out dropped the pop-up. They're going to run for Eisfelder now at second.
Only 1 error in conference play for Kyle Branch. It's a tough play. He's just trying to pick up Desan Harris, not be able to find that in the sun. You want your guy coming in, not going back, catching that fly ball. Kyle Branch is trying to pick him up out there. Ends up booting it.
Jay Abernathy now will run for Eisfelder. And that brings the potential tying run into the on-deck circle. What are we discussing here? We have a challenge.
Got a review up on the scoreboard.
McIntyre Law Review. Are they challenging the call at second? And they are, and the call is safe, and it will remain safe. Didn't look particularly close to me. So, a miscue. First error of the game for Oklahoma. Abernathy at second for Antigua. Antigua 1 for 3.
Yeah, several good swings to the plate today, too. Keep an eye out for this guy if I'm Gavin Jones.
Fouled out of play. They are aggressive, aren't they?
Seems like they haven't taken a first pitch all weekend. It's been kind of a blur. Look up and they got 8.
You can't give a team like this extra outs, and the Sooners just did. Can Tennessee make them pay? 0-2.
Oh, nice play. Got a ricochet off the concourse. Young man coming out making a barehanded play. There he is.
Sooner fan in the front row making the barehanded snag. Grinning from ear to ear. No balls and 2 strikes to Antigua. Gavin Jones kicks and fires. This is upstairs.
It's a good miss there. Set up the breaking ball down and in. It's got to be located. Doesn't have to be nasty, just a really good location. I think you get a swing and miss from Antigua.
Boy, he slipped when he swung, somehow fouled the ball off, and then ended up face first in the left-hand batter's box.
Need some confirmation on that one.
That right foot, his back foot slipped as he started to swing the bat. And he went Rocky Top over tea kettle on that one. And now Sooners want to talk to Gavin Jones, and Antigua's limping around a little bit.
Hey, props to him. He almost stood on his feet. Really athletic. Hope he's all right. But you're right. Looks like that back foot came off the ground, and he just lost his balance, falling towards the first base dugout.
But the whole infield came together to talk to Gavin Jones there.
Maybe just to give Antigua some time. Dayton LaChance respect the game a little bit. Class act.
Antigua back in. No ball, or 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abernathy at second. Just outside. Gavin Jones kind of cocks his head to the side and says, "Oof." Thought he might have had him there. That 19-inch wide ABS plate might have caught that one next week.
And we've got a head tap somewhere.
Looked outside. The plate is 17 inches, so they're given an inch each way. And now an offensive timeout called by Tennessee. Maybe making sure that Antigua is okay here. This has developed into quite an at-bat. A lot has happened. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Arkansas now leading Kentucky 16-12 in the 9th. Here it's 11-8, Oklahoma in the 8th. 1 out, 1 on. Grounded to short. Willits gobbles, guns, got it. 2 outs. On to third goes Abernathy.
It's a really good at bat by Antigua right there. He ended up moving the runner, doing his job. Gavin Jones getting the ground ball. 2 outs in the inning now. Now you're 1 pitch away. Looks like we're going to get a change.
Top of the order, right-handed hitter Garrett Wright coming up, and Skip Johnson wants a right-hander out of the bullpen. So we'll take a break. Serta Pro Painters pitching change late in the finale here in Bricktown. Oklahoma leads it by 3. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey campers, it's Jan from Toyota. This summer, we're headed to Camp Toyota, and the fun starts now. We're kicking things off by kicking up mud. Jump in, campers. We're going off-roading in a 4Runner. Next, we're heading to the hot springs in a RAV4. And finally, park your Tundras and Tacomas around the campfire because we're roasting marshmallows. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends June 1st. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, that's it. We are going to save money this summer.
What's that, hon?
We're signing up for OG&E's Smart Hours to get discounted electricity for 19 hours every weekday. Oh, and all weekend long.
Oh, well, how's that work?
We just do our laundry, run the dishwasher, stuff like that in the morning or evenings, and pre-cool our house before 2. OG&E has savings tips on their website.
Saving money is good. What's that address?
OGE.com/smart hours.
Sooners turn to their closer here with 2 outs in the 8th inning. The Miami transfer, Jackson Cleveland.
5.67 ERA on the year, 2-2 record, 7 saves, 27 innings pitched, giving up 29 hits, 17 earned runs, 10 walks to 25 strikeouts.
They need 4 outs out of him if he's going to finish this one off. And the Vols have Jay Abernathy at third base with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. This has been a fun baseball game, hasn't it?
It has. A lot of intrigue from the very first inning.
Dayton LaChance homered in the first. There was some back and forth as he rounded the bases. Both benches worn. We have played without incident since then. Dayton LaChance, though, has homered 2 more times since then and tripled. Tennessee will not go away. They've had 3 different 6-run deficits and continue to claw back. And it's a 3-run game here in the 8th with the potential tying run in the on-deck circle in the form of Blake Grimmer if Garrett Wright can get aboard.
Some really good defensive plays in the outfield as well. It's been a show.
Yeah. And we're not done. All right, here we go. Cleveland versus Wright. Cleveland got hit around a little bit at Arkansas last weekend.
They gave up 4 on 6 hits.
First pitch swinging, lined into the right field corner. Desan Harris racing, diving, can't get there. It's down and it's into the corner. Run scores. Right into second. He'll stop there with an RBI double. And it's 11-9. Great effort by Desan Harris, but the dive came up just short.
That's a tough one. That wall gets up on you quick. You're absolutely right. Just tips off the glove. A great swing by Garrett Wright. The leadoff position.
Just the second hit of the series for Wright. His second run batted into the game, though, and it's a 2-run game once again, and now Grimmer represents the tying run. "12 home runs on the year for this guy. Swing and a miss.
Good breaking ball to start. Getting ahead. Just looking for one out. Just trying to piece this together.
Outside. Shadows creeping toward home plate. Near 5:30 here in Oklahoma. There's a strike, 1-2.
It's another good breaking ball right there.
That, by the way, is another unearned run allowed by Oklahoma in this series. The error, the unlikely error by Kyle Branch on the drop pop-up. Just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both teams have 10 hits. Sooners lead it, though, 11-9. The very, very dangerous Henry Ford waits on deck. 2-2. Got him! Swing it! And the inning is over. Balls get 1. Strand 1. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Sooners up 2. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Used Ford trucks. We have more because we give you more for your
athletics. Last chance for insurance for Oklahoma as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And Tennessee, for the second time in the series, hands the baseball to right-hander Bo Rudy.
3.55 ERA on the year, 1-1 record. It's going to be his 21st appearance. Heavily used arm, 25 1/3 innings, 10 earned runs on the year, 5 walks to 34 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting 194.
First pitch to Brendan Brock is outside. Rudy pitched in game 1 on Thursday, went the final inning and a third, picked up the save, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, struck out 3. It's the swing and a miss there. Junior, Kennesaw State transfer. Another Georgia area guy, or Atlanta area guy, I should say, at least in college. Outside. 11-9 Oklahoma in front. Three balls and a strike. Rudy questioning that call from home plate umpire Justin Robinson. Slow roller to short. Antigua comes to get it. Boy, athletic play there. 1 out.
He's been impressive at that position. Really fast, athletic. Flashes the glove. 1 error in this game, but it was kind of on a throw on a tough play.
You hope Manny Marin's okay, who didn't play today and was listed as a game-time decision coming into today. You hope Stone Lawless is okay as well, who left this game, the catcher, midway through. Son Harris, 2 for 3, 6 hits in the series. Takes a first pitch strike. He also walked and scored back in the first. Inside, a ball and a strike. The good news for Tennessee is, unless Oklahoma puts together quite an inning here, they're not going to deal with Dayton LaChance again. Or if they tied it perhaps in the top of the ninth, maybe. But he wouldn't bat until 7th in the inning. Fly ball into left. Blaine Brown has it, 2 outs.
I bet they'd be happy not to see him again, and if they did, I think they'd really consider walking him this time.
Speaking of walking him, here's Dayton Taki. 4 plate appearances, 4 walks in this game. One of them with the bases loaded back in the first. Ball 1. He's got a force field around that strike zone.
Yeah.
Swinging. Launched it high into right center field and deep. Wind blowing. It is gone. It just kept carrying. That could be a home run that carries some consequences for Oklahoma. Dayton Taki homered on opening day. He homered on the final day of the regular season. And he only hit 1 in 50 games in between. And he makes it 12-9 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Toby, the dugout's reaction, I have not seen them erupt like that all day. They're so excited for Dayton Taki, just knowing the year it's been for him.
It's been a lot of injury. He just goes down and gets this ball at the shins.
Kyle Branch flies to center field. This will end the inning. Side retired. Sooners get 1 on their 8th home run of the series. 3rd of the season for Dayton Taki, and we go to the 9th. A vital game for Oklahoma today in Bricktown. They're trying to finish it off when we come back. You're listening to the Energy Transfer Bricktown Showdown. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners. Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, The Baked Bear, Taco Mayo, Wonderful, and Boomerang Diner. Tennessee won the first 2 games of this series. Oklahoma trying to salvage game 3. Sooners lead at 12-9. We have reached the 9th. Henry Ford facing Jackson Cleveland. Takes the ball.
You got the 2 best hitters in the lineup and the 1 hottest hitter in the lineup up in this inning.
Ford, Grinlinger, and Chapman. Chapman's 4 for 4 today. And Tennessee hopes more than that. 2-0. Oklahoma, 12 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Sooners, who were among the bottom of the league in home runs all season, have suddenly started to hit them at a rapid rate. 4 home runs today, 8 in the series. 2 balls and a strike to count to Ford. That's 17 home runs in the last 5 games for OU. Strike 2. Jackson Cleveland versus Henry Ford. Wow. That would have received the ABS treatment on Tuesday.
Putting a dent in my helmet.
Full count. Struck him out swinging. 1 gone. You asked me what I meant about the consequences of the Taki home run between innings. If Dayton Taki can be an offensive factor for this team, which he was supposed to be, he was expected to be coming into this year. He was one of, arguably, their biggest power hitter a year ago. Certainly one of them. And just has battled injuries and been in and out of the lights. Struggled with his swing this year. But if he could be an offensive factor, and he's very much a streaky guy.
Right.
Maybe that swing of the bat. In this game, he's had 5 good at-bats. Could click him into place for them because he's an elite defensive first baseman. And he's also a power bat that you could throw in there. That enables you to move Dayton LaChance behind the plate more. Brendan Brock can DH. He can play left. It's just a scarier lineup. It's a power left-handed bat, too, with Dayton Taki in it. Not to mention this. He's an emotional guy. The team really feeds off of him. It's hard to do that when you're not playing, you know? Fly ball, well hit, right field. Harris back, can't find it, reaches. He caught it, I think. He did! Oh, wow! Fighting the sun the whole way. At the last second, twisted back, reaching, and made the catch. Harrison walked today a SportsCenter highlight reel of their own in right and center field.
Just makes you shake your head, right? He loses it right at the last second, then he just lays his body on the line, makes the play. Just lose your breath.
And the Vols are down to their last out in the last game of the year. Reese Chapman, who they have not been able to get out today, takes a strike. Sooner fans in Bricktown trying to help Jackson Cleveland across the finish line here. Win number 14 in conference play and number 32 on the year. Bounces that one up there.
I completely agree with you with the Taki situation. He's a guy that was a immense power last year. He is streaky. There's some swing and miss in his bat. But today he's just posted a really good outing at the plate, and he's a guy that is an emotional leader for this team.
1-2. Swing and a miss by Chapman. These fans know what this game means, as Chapman now is going to take an offensive timeout on his own. Not the way they wanted this weekend to go. But a win is a win. feels like it could be a big one. Still one strike away. Got to give the Vols a ton of credit. They came in here, took the first 2 games right away from them. Big series victory for Tennessee. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. Would never have guessed coming into the weekend OU would outslug them. Just talking home runs. Tennessee's hit 4, Oklahoma's hit 8. But the Vols found their way around that to win the first 2. Another 1-2 again. Grounded to second. Charging Branch. Gloves, throws, got it! And you can unhitch the wagon. Oklahoma wins the finale. Win number 14 in SEC play. And they have almost assuredly stamped an invite to the big dance. Final score on Saturday afternoon here in Oklahoma City. It's Oklahoma 12 and Tennessee 9. For our viewers on